Hey, how y'all doing? Is QSP Gaming or Quickshot Panda back with another gameplay. Now the gameplay you see in front of you is some Smite. I'm playing Ratatoskar. It's kinda an old gameplay. I think I had this game 2 or 3 months ago, but I decided to have something play in the background to tell y'all another stupid story. And this story has to do with one of my high school years, my freshman year. Me and my friends embarrassed ourselves in front of the entire school uh, a little before homecoming. To give y'all a little bit of a background story, I've lived in Colorado for most of my life, but after my third year in elementary school, I left to Minnesota for a little bit and then came back before 6th grade. And I was homeschooled from probably about 6th grade to 8th grade. And once I decided to go to high school, it was a bit weird for me because I didn't know anyone really. The only people I kind of knew were the kids I used to go to elementary school with here in Colorado, but they were at a rival school and I didn't think I wanted to deal with them because most of them kind of grew up to be assholes anyway. But probably 4 or 5 weeks after getting used to the school, knowing where my schedule was for certain classes, we were in homeroom, and here in Colorado, well, in Highlands Ranch, it's usually called SOAR. One of our teachers mentioned that it's supposed to be all classes against each other, like skit kind of thing, and I usually wasn't into the idea of doing school activities. I kind of just always stuck to myself, so I just never thought, why should I ever do it? But some kids I knew from classes encouraged me to join. I was like, okay, whatever, I'll do it with y'all. And so again, all we know is it's supposedly a skit. We had 3 to 4 weeks to prepare, and so almost every day after school for those 3 to 4 weeks, we were writing. We were trying to figure out what to wear for this thing, whose lines were what, and we were all a little excited, although we did goof off a bit, so we were a little worried that our little skit was shitty, but it was okay. But the day of our little presentation of our skit, we head towards the gym. We're all psyched and ready. We're like, okay, we got our lines down, we know what we're gonna do. We get there, we were watching the show. Seniors go first, and they're dancing. Juniors go next, and they're like singing and dancing and like doing kind of cool shit. Sophomores, I forgot what the fuck they did, but we were all standing there, and we realized what the fuck this was. We were like, okay, so they gave us the wrong information. It's not like a thing for skits, it's a fucking talent show. And so we're all kind of just freaking out a little bit. We all don't know what to do. Half of my friends were like, we're not stepping out there, we'll just walk away, we'll just go skip somewhere and act like nothing happened. Then me and my everything will be okay self said, we should go out there, we made this for these people, we'll be okay. And so all I hear is, freshman, you're next. And I remember feeling really, really nauseous because I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. And no lie, we get up there, we do our skit for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and all of a sudden a barrage of boos and people yelling, and we were all just confused and didn't know what to do. And I think it didn't really bother me as much as it did at the time. It was kind of like if it happens, it happens. Nothing bad could happen of this. But the one funny thing that happened during that barrage of boos was I was sitting in the chair in the middle of the gym being booed at, and I turned because I heard a faint clapping. And I turned even more to figure out where the fuck that clapping was coming from. And it was from my good friend Joey at the time, and he was cheering us on and yelling and wooing for us, and he was like ecstatic, and it was hilarious. But I remembered I turned and looked at him and mouthed, "Fuck you, Joey." Probably the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me ever in my life. And a little after that, I feel like some people did forget, but I remember first time of me going to homecoming my freshman year, I was on the dance floor just kind of leaning against the wall, playing on my phone, waiting for one of my friends to come back with something. I forgot what they were going to do, but I was looking at my phone, and this couple walks up, and I kind of look up at them like, okay, who's this? And they're like, hey, so you're Gabe, right? I'm like, yeah. Why? And they're like, so you're a freshman? And I nodded my head slowly, like, yeah. And they said, fucking lies. The reason why they say this was because as I was growing up, I started growing a beard and a mustache when I was like 13 and 14. And so when I was 15, everybody else thought I was at least a super senior and thought that I was just fucking with everyone. And the only reason why they knew I was a freshman was because our little incident got photographed and I was on the front page for the freshman in the yearbook, which I never bought a yearbook from there, so I don't even want to fucking see it. But yeah, that's how they knew. I had to explain to them, yeah, I'm just 15. Just started growing facial hair at a young age, and they were like, oh, okay. Walked off. I was just kind of sitting there like, wow, that was fucking weird. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if you want me to tell y'all another story, or I might just think of sometime next week and make another upload. But I hope y'all have a nice day. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.